Tesla is finally doing what everybody thought they should do, could do, and were really wanting them to do. And finally, Elon Musk and Tesla decided that they are going to raise capital. And at this point, it's kind of a necessary thing. Obviously, they could have probably done about half a year ago or a year ago when the stock price was higher and it wasn't as much pressure. But Elon did mention it during their earnings call for the first time in a while that he was open to that, and now they're announcing that they're going to raise up to $2.3 billion. I mean, they're down to only about $2.2 billion after losing what 700 million just in the first quarter. And when your wallet has only $2 billion on it, you start looking for a change in your between the cushions of your couch. So that's what Tesla is doing right now. I don't think they're going to have. I don't think anybody thinks that they're going to have any issues raising it. But let me tell you about some of the deals of what they're offering, what happened with some of it in the past, and also let's talk about their stock price and whether or not Wall Street is happy about this. All of this is coming up next. Taking over the world, electrifying the world, E4 Electric. Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of unbiased electric car news. A special shout out to all of my patrons for supporting my show, and that's the only place where you can watch these videos live. So you can go to patreon.com/E4Electric to support me there. There's a link in the description of this video, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. All right, so Tesla has been, really trying not to do this. Elon did not want to go back to Wall Street to ask for more money, and they were profitable in Q3 and Q4 last year. So everybody was like, okay, maybe they don't need the money. But at the same time, they did borrow tons of money in China to build a factory that's going to be about around $2 billion, which is actually a bargain. But now that they've announced $700 million loss in Q1, they also had to pay almost $1 billion in debt. They're down to about $2 billion. That is not much. That's especially compared to other manufacturers that have 20, 30, 40 billion in the bank. That is not much, especially when they have to expand and start producing Model Y and quite a few other things that they need to do, including their supercharger network. So they're going to be raising money. They're targeting 2.3 billion, and the way it's going to pan out is 650 million in common stock, 1.35 billion in convertible senior notes that will be due in 2024. Now, let me remind you guys, or maybe you didn't even know, that Tesla actually recently had to pay out in the previous notes that they've issued because they did not meet the share price bar. So that's a little bit of history there. They don't always do well with that and might end up paying out cash. Now, this was not due until 2024. A lot of things can happen by then. So that's good. That's good that they have a little bit of time. Now, Elon is also going to invest some money as well himself. $10 million. He's going to buy more stock for himself, but don't think that he's going to own bigger part of the company. Don't forget the stock's going to be diluted. So actually, even though he's going to be buying $10 million worth of stock, his share in the company will actually decrease because of the common stock offering. Okay. I hope this makes sense. If not, trust me, the math is not going to lie here. And don't forget, $10 million for Elon is really almost nothing. However, historically, whenever he does inject some of his money into the company or commit some of his money into the company, no matter how small it is in Elon's universe and Elon's money terms, the stock does very well within the next few months after that. Almost every time he did that. So it looks like that this could be a great thing for the stock just simply because he's investing his own money. And the stock is already pretty low. And let's talk about the Tesla stock. Before that, just want to remind you that this video and this channel is sponsored by Byton. Check out there and buy the all-electric SUV scheduled to come here to the US and Europe in 2020. That's next year. Over 50,000 reservations already spoken for around the world. You should get in as well. It doesn't cost anything to reserve your Byton, and it starts at $45,000, so pretty affordable before all of the incentives, and it takes about 60 seconds. So go to byton.com or the link in the description of this video. All right, so let's talk about the stock price. And this is year to date, so this is from January 1st. As you can see, it was a little bit into a 300, even touched 350 price, and now it's been going down to about 230. Today it's up by about 10 points, but again, it's all fluid. So stock market is definitely reacting well to it. This is something that this is a lot of analysts and overall Wall Street wanted Tesla to do. It solidifies their cash. It kind of tells everybody, okay, they have enough cash to do this and this and this and expand, and there's some cushion. So overall, this is a good thing because they now have some money to play with, and they won't have problems raising this at all, right? Now, let's go over some positives and negatives in this whole story. Now, the positive is just like I mentioned, raising the money for the brand to be able to not be cash strapped. It's certainly absolutely 100% a good thing. Having that extra money to hopefully invest into Model Y expansion. There has been talks about maybe taking over another factory somewhere in the U.S., maybe in Germany. Obviously, there's still a roadster and a semi truck and a pickup truck to do, and all of that money is definitely going to help. It looks like they're still trying to be profitable in the next couple of months. It's not out of the question. It looks like they might be, have stopped the bleeding, and with all of the refreshes for the Model S and Model X, those should start selling as well. The logistical issues should be gone from the European and Chinese deliveries. So all of this is just going to be a good moving forward. Now, of course, the negative thing is that, how long Elon was talking about how they don't need to raise the money, even though everybody was saying like, hey, Elon, that's okay. You're still a growing company. I mean, Amazon was doing this for many, many years. And look, that turned out to be all right, I think, right? And he was kind of refusing to do that. And finally, he kind of had to kind of come to grips with reality. And this is not even so the negative thing is that this is not even a negative thing. Companies do that when they're growing, especially this fast, especially a brand new company and, given the industry, obviously. So yeah, so the negative is that once again, he miscalculated and he promised and things didn't really pan out, instead of just saying it right away, saying, listen, we're hoping not to raise cash, but at the same time, we might, let me go to another positive. Give me just 1 second. There's one positive I forgot, because I don't know if you guys saw Elon's Twitter account, what he said about that, and he said nothing. I mean, there was nothing on his Twitter about that. As a matter of fact, this came as a official press release on Tesla's website, outlining all of the details, and there was nothing on Elon's account tweeting about it. So this is another positive thing that I'm going to go with, because I know there's a SEC settlement now, but this is the type of adult behavior that we expect from the company that's growing, that is a public company. And I love the fact that this was an official announcement, just like grown-ups do. So that's I think was another a positive that I definitely don't want to not mention to you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our VIP list, by the way. Just go to e4electric.com/VIP, exclusive news and offers every week. And of course, a quick shout out to Chen Friedman, one of my newer Patreons, the only place where you can watch me live. Thank you for supporting my show. If you want to do this, you can do it as low as $1 a month even. So go to patreon.com/e4electric. That link is also in the description of this video. All right, looking forward to your comments. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.